Hi, welcome you all in Uma's Wisdom. So, how are you all? Good, very good, fine. Now, today we are going to do chapter 7, and what is there in that chapter? We will see. So, are you all ready? So, let's see what is there in chapter 7. Oh, India during the Maurya period. India during the Maurya period means there was a dynasty which was called as Maurya. And during that period, what happened? How was the dynasty? What all things were there during that period? We are going to see in this chapter. Okay, so can you see some images on this? So before starting the chapter, I just wanted to give you a outline of this chapter so that it may be interesting for you all, that what is going to be there, and you will have a little bit idea of that. Okay, you can link easily. The first one is Chandragupta Maurya. He was the founder of this Maurya empire. He was the first emperor of this dynasty, and his name was Chandragupta Maurya. And this Bindusara was his son, and he was in the throne after Chandragupta Maurya. And this is Chakravarti Ashoka. He was Bindusar's son. So these three generations had played an important role in Mauryan period. So what all were there, how they ruled this empire, what till what extent, how was their administration, everything in detail we are going to see. Okay, now can you see this? Have you ever seen this? Yes, in our national flag you can see a chakra. So it was of those period of Mauryan period which they have given an honor to that, and they are placed in our national flag. Okay, and this emblem you can see now, it was also during Mauryan period. They sculptured this image, and they had like a thing that wherever they used to go for a battle, and if they win that battle, they used to keep one statue of this in that region wherever they have conquered. So this was the thing which were there in Mauryan period. And now you can see the map. This is the India map, and can you see the yellow parts over here? On these all places which you can see in yellow color is Mauryan dynasty. See how vast they had from here to the upper parts. Beyond Indian this also, that is Afghanistan, Iraq also. So this was the first ruler of Indian period which had a very vast empire of the region. Okay, in those period. Now let's see what is there in the next one. Now, the Greek emperor Alexander's invention, the Mauryan Empire. Now we are going to have a little bit knowledge about the Alexander. Who was he? What was he doing in India? And after that, how the Mauryan came to the ruling part. Okay. So in this we have 8 subtopics. That is Chandragupta Maurya. We are going to see about Chandragupta Maurya, Emperor Ashok, the Kalinga War. It was a very big war which made lot of changes in the Mauryan dynasty. Emperor Ashoka's work for the spread of religion, public welfare activities, what were the activities taken for the public, administration during the Mauryan period, life of the people during the Mauryan period, art and literature. Okay, so these all points we are going to cover. So can you see the image here? This is known as the Greek emperor. He came from Greek and he started conquering many parts of India, and he was very smart and intelligent person and very superior person, and he captured many places of India and started ruling. Now, the Greek Emperor Alexander's invention. Alexander the Greek Emperor invaded India's northwestern frontier in 326 BCE, crossing the Indus-Sindhu River. He reached Takshashila. Now he was a Greek emperor. He invaded India from the northern west and started conquering from the Indus Valley. That is, in the Indus is in Sindhu, and he reached Takshashila. He defeated them all and successfully reached the Punjab. However, in this invasion, his army had to suffer severe hardships. The soldiers were eager to go back home. Now, what happened? He was away from Greek for so many years, like he was going to one country, and he was conquering that place, and he was going ahead then conquering that, and his soldiers were going on fighting. Many died and many were still fighting, and now at last the soldiers were so tired that they gave up and said, no more, we are going to fight, we are going to back to our home. We are not going to fight and we want to go back to our home. And then what happened? They rebelled against Alexander and he was forced to turn back. He started his return journey but died on the way back in 323 BCE at Babylon. Today's Babylon is in Iraq. Now, at last there was no option. A king can't fight alone and conquer any territory, and he had to agree because the soldiers were not ready. So he decided, okay, we all will go back to our home. And on the way, when they were traveling, on the way only he died. And he died in the place called Babylon, that is now known as Iraq. Okay. Now can you see the image here? See, he was so eager, so curious, so ambitious that he used to fight like anything. He used to kill the people in the war like anything. Like he never had any sympathy, any love, any this for the people. He was like a cruel when he wants some treachery means he will never consider anything. So very harshly he used to have a battle, and he used to win that, defeat the opposite person and win that. He was so much talented. Alexander's campaign led to an increase in the trade between India and the West world. The historians who accompanied Alexander introduced India to the Western world through their writings. Now, when the Alexander campaign came here, when the people came here and they started capturing the place, they defeated the king and they overtook and they started ruling. Now, slowly and slowly, they started their lifestyle the way they want. They changed the whole thing, and the people accepted that, and now they are introduced and started liking the Western culture. Okay, even the writing, the trade, everything was in their own way. Greek sculptures influenced Indian art, giving rise to the Gandhara school of art. The Greek kings minted characteristic coins. Now, the Greek people, on one side the coin had a picture of the king who had minted the coin, and on the other side a picture of a Greek god. Now, how was their coin? In that coin they had the image of the king who ruled that time and the god of that Greek, the Greek god image was there on the other side. Like for example, Alexander's on one side, image of Alexander, on the other side the image of Greek god. मतलब एक साइड अलेक्जेंडर का इमेज होगा और दूसरे साइड उनका ग्रीक गॉड जो भी है उनका इमेज होगा. ऐसे उन्होंने कॉइन यूज करने को लगे इधर इंडिया में. The name of the king was also written on the coin. Alexander's coin were of the same type. Now the name of the king, मतलब वो राजा का नाम भी लिखा होता था और अलेक्जेंडर ने भी वैसा ही कॉइन इंट्रोड्यूस किया. Now we are going to see about the Mauryan Empire. The Maurya Empire, and who was the founder of Maurya Empire? Chandragupta Maurya. Okay. Chandragupta Maurya founded the Maurya Empire. Now, first thing is that he was not born as a king or son of a king. He was a normal person. He got trained and inspired by some person, and he was his guru and his role model, his advisor and philosopher, and that person is known as Chanakya. So if Chandragupta Maurya is being a king and ruled in one of the finest king in India and had a vast dynasty was because of Chanakya's guidelines, is the way he molded him. That was the reason he was so well-known king. Okay, so he was the guru for Chandragupta Maurya, and Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of Maurya Empire. Now, Chandragupta Maurya brought it to an end to Dhananand rule and established his own rule in Magad around 325 BCE. Now, Magad was ruled by Nanda dynasty, and Dhananand was the king, and he was very cruel. He was very harsh to the people. So the people of his own dynasty were not liking him. So what Chandragupta did, he first started conquering the border of Magad, and then finally he attacked Dhananand and he took Magad in his hand, and he became the king of Magad, and that Magad came to be known as Maurya Empire. After Alexander's death, a struggle for power began among the Satparas he had appointed. Seleucus Nicator was Alexander's general. Now, after the death of Alexander, wherever he conquered, he kept a person who will be in charge of that place. Okay, that region. Satpara. That in charge person is known as Satparas. Now, after his death, now who took that place? Seleucus Nicator. He was appointed as a general in behalf of Alexander. Like Alexander is no more, now he will be in charge of everything. The defeat of Seleucus Nicator led to inclusions of northern west region of Kabul, Kandahar and Herat in Mauryan Empire. Now Seleucus Nicator was defeated in the northern. He was in the northern part and he was having all this, but the Mauryan emperor took it from him. Seleucus Nicator's ambassador stayed back at Chandragupta Maurya's court. His book Indica is an important source for the study of Indian during the Mauryan period. Now, when Chandragupta conquered the territories from Seleucus Nicator, he left one ambassador from his place in Chandragupta Maurya's court, and that person wrote a book known as Indica. Okay, and he wrote what all things happened in Mauryan period. Okay, is it clear? Chandragupta Maurya had accepted the Jain religion. Towards the end of his life, he adopted the throne and he spent his remaining year at Shravan Belagola in Karnataka. that was where he breathed his last. Now what happened? Now after when he grew old and after his son became the king, now he gave up the throne to his son Bindusar, and then he went in Jain religion, means he adopted Jainism, and then he spent his remaining life in that at Karnataka, and he died also there. Who? Chandragupta Maurya, doing meditation, following their culture, religion, or whatever was there. He used to follow that, and he stayed there, and he took his last breath in Karnataka. Okay, so I hope you all have understood this lesson, and please read the lesson. This is part 1. I have divided into 2 parts. I have done part 1. So next video will be of part 2, where we will be doing the rest of this topic what I have shown in the preview, like Ashoka, administration, everything, and it will be much more clear for you all to link both the videos together, and it will be easier for you to understand in a very simple language I have written, so that it will be easier. Main thing is that you should first understand what is there in the chapter. Okay, so if once you are understood what is there in the chapter, then it will be easy and interesting for you. So thank you for watching this video. If you have not yet subscribed my channel, please do subscribe. Hit the bell button to get the notification, and press the like button. Okay, bye, see you, have a good day.